most, most of, mostly, all of, no, none of. Most, the most, mostly. Most. We use the quantifier most to talk about quantities, amount, and degree. We can use it with a noun as a determiner or without a noun as a pronoun. We can also use it with adjectives and adverbs to form the superlative. Most with a noun. We use most with nouns to mean the majority of. She plays tennis most mornings. Most tap water is drinkable. Warning. We don't use the most with this meaning. The sun shines over 800 hours during June, July, and August, and on most days temperature rise above 25 degrees. Not and all the most days. When we are talking about the majority of something in general, we use most plus noun. When we are talking about the majority of a specific set of something, we use most of the plus noun. Compare. Most desserts are sweet. Desserts in general. The food at the party was delicious. He had made most of the desserts himself. A specific set of desserts at the party. When we used most before articles, a, an, the, demonstratives, this, that, possessives, my, your, or pronouns, him, them, we need of. Most of the information was useful. Some of it wasn't relevant. Not most the information. They sold most of their apartments quite quickly. Warning. When there is no article, demonstrative or possessive pronoun, we don't usually use of. There hasn't been much rain. Most rivers are below their normal levels. Not most of rivers are below of their normal levels. We use most of before geographical names. Most of England and Wales should be dry throughout the day. Most without a noun. We can leave out the noun with most when the noun is obvious. Talk about school lunches. Some children brought a packed lunch, but most had a cooked meal in the canteen. Most children. The most. The most is the superlative form of many, much. We use the most with different classes of words. The most with adjectives and adverbs. We use the most to make the superlative form of longer adjective and the majority of adverbs. They are using the most advanced technology in the world. Adjective. Scafell Pike is the most easily identifiable peak in the Lake District. Adverb. The most with a noun. We use the most with a noun to mean more, less than all of the others. John earns the most money in our family. The most with a verb. We use the most with a verb as an adverb. They all cried, but Claire cried the most. Mostly. Mostly is an adverb that means mainly. I am mostly interested in the history of the house. I am interested in other things about the house, but my main interest in its history. We don't use mostly instead of most or the most. Compare. What I liked most were the beautiful beaches. I like the beautiful beaches more than anything else. Not. What I liked mostly were the beautiful beaches. Which beaches did you like most? Which beaches were the ones that you liked more than any others? We mostly stayed on the beach. We stayed on the beach for the majority of the time. All and all of. All refers to 3 or more items. Examples are given below. I will buy all 3 shirts. I will buy both shirts. Not I will buy all 2 shirts. All of. Before a noun with a determiner, articles, possessive or demonstratives, all and all of are both possible. I have invited all my friends. Or, I have invited all of my friends. All my friends have been invited. Or, all of my friends have been invited. Before a noun with no determiner, we use all without of. All children need love. Not all of children need love. Before a personal pronoun, we use all of. Note that we use object form of the personal pronouns after all of. All of us like reading. Not all of we like reading. I have invited all of them. Not I have invited all of they. All can be put after personal pronouns used as objects. She has sent her love to you all. She has sent her love to all of you. Mary has invited them all. Mary has invited all of them. All is used before uncountable and plural nouns. All the water, all my children, all the milk, all the cake, all my friends. All with nouns. All can also be used before some singular, countable nouns like week, family, and way. All my family live in different parts of India. He ran all the way to the railway station. We do not normally use all plus noun as the subject of a negative sentence. Instead, we use not all plus noun plus positive verb. Not all birds can sing. More natural than all birds cannot sing. Not all Americans like hamburgers. More natural than all Americans do not like hamburgers. No, none, and none of. No and none of are determinants. None is a pronoun. No, none, and none of indicate negation. No. We use no directly before nouns. I have got no time to waste. There are no people I recognize here. She says she has no friends. None. None is a pronoun form of no. Noun means not one or not any. We use it as a pronoun to replace countable and uncountable nouns. We use it as subject or object. My mother had 2 brothers. My father had none. My father didn't have any brothers. A. What reason did he give? B. None. When none is a subject, the verb is either singular or plural, depending on what it is referring to. I'm always looking for inspiration. None ever comes. She is always looking for ideas. None ever come. Warning. We don't use noun where we mean no one or nobody. They had a wonderful time, and luckily no one was injured. Not, and luckily none was injured. None of. We use none with of before the, demonstratives the, that, possessives my, your, or pronouns. None of his old friends knew what had happened to him. It doesn't matter. None of it was your fault. We don't use none of when there is already a negative word, not, in the clause. She doesn't remember any of us. Not, she doesn't remember none of us. Warning. When we are referring to 2 things or people, we use neither of rather than none of. We sat down at the table, just the 2 of us. He carried on eating his food. Neither of us said anything. Not, none of us said anything. In formal styles, we use none of with a singular verb when it's the subject. However, in informal speaking, people often use plural verbs. None of that surprises me. Indeed, none of his novels is well shaped or well written. None of the products have been tasted on animals, and all the bottles are recyclable. Informal. Typical error. We don't use none directly before nouns. We use now plus noun or none of plus noun. No children in my group caused any trouble, or none of the children in my group caused any trouble. Not, none children in my group. Now let's get down to practice. All children should complete the primary course. All important decisions were taken by the government. He soon lost all hope of becoming a rock star. All luggage will be searched. The method was suitable for most purposes. Most good drivers stopped at zebra crossing. Most meal is still delivered to people's houses. He ignored most advice and did what he thought best. There was no chair for me to sit on. They had no immediate plans to change house. No money was available for the operation. He spent all of the money on a new car. Most of my friends live in London. None of those farmers had ever driven a tractor. All of us were sleeping. I had seen most of them before. None of them came to the party. All the girls think it's great. All the best jokes came at the end of the program. Thank you for all the help you gave me. Let's have some trial test now. You have to choose right answer. Jackets fitted me, so I didn't buy one. A. None of. B. None of the. C. Neither of. D. No. E. Neither.